Build the ultimate crypto portfolio with this one simple trick. We are no longer in a retail-oriented market. We are now approaching the year of institutional inflow. This next bull cycle, guys, is going to be completely driven by the institutions, the large banks, the sovereign wealth funds, the governments, the balance sheets from the largest corporations on the planet, the middle class, the poverty, us. We are out of money. Personal saving rates are in the gutter, but billions upon hundreds of billions of dollars are being injected into the institutional market. And in today's episode, guys, we are going to be breaking down the top 20 altcoin predictions that Grayscale believes will outperform none other than XRP. Now, before we get into the 20 altcoins they anticipate on bringing massive gains this cycle, we have to talk about why this is happening. And number one, the first reason is going to be simply because China has considered to inject hundreds of billions of dollars into their big banks. More specifically, China will allow securities firms, funds, and insurers to tap into the People's Bank of China, the PBOC funds, to buy stocks. And this liquidity is causing markets to go crazy. I mean, that is the biggest weekly candlestick I have ever seen on the Chinese stock market. And this is completely due to the stimulus and injections of liquidity coming from not only the People's Bank of China, but of course, none other than the massive 50 basis point rate cut we got from the Federal Reserve for the first time, the first rate cut since March of 2020. And this is exactly what is happening in the market. So the dollar is starting to lose value. The dollar is going to continue to lose value as the Federal Reserve continues to cut interest rates. The same exact thing is going to happen for the Chinese yen. So when this occurs, if the dollar is losing value and the Chinese yen is losing value, the only answer for these institutional investors is going to be moving all of the global liquidity. Yes, $91 trillion worth. We are at an all-time high. This global liquidity needs a safe haven, and that safe haven is going to be in gold. It's going to be in silver, and of course, it's also going to be in none other but Bitcoin. And that is proven when we look at BlackRock buying more shares of their own spot Bitcoin ETF for their global allocation fund. Institutions understand that we are moving to an era of tokenization. This is how we have followed. The simple strategy is simply following the money, following the institutional inflow. For example, the likes of Ondo, we were able to call out back at not only 36 cents, jump in at 70 cents when they started going parabolic earlier this year. And I ended up even actually buying a Tesla with the profits. You guys watch this all take place. This then again happened with Coinbase Ventures when they bought the exact bottom of Aerodrome. As you can see on the price chart, Aerodrome bottomed at the same exact time that Coinbase Ventures jumped into the market. This is because they understood that the marketing, the monetary policies were going to ease and institutions were going to start seeing some massive interest within this liquidity, within this DeFi ecosystem. So let's go ahead and take a look at Grayscale's top predictions. What are they expecting? What is the outcome of 2024 Q4 with altcoins? Well, their research analytics are going to be giving us 20 different altcoins here. Each quarter, the Grayscale research team analyzes hundreds of digital assets to inform the rebalancing process for the FTSE Grayscale crypto sector's family of indexes. Following this process, Grayscale Research produces a top 20 list of assets within the crypto sector. So hopefully your tokens are on this list. Number one, okay? Number one is going to be Sweet, a high-performance Layer 1 smart contract blockchain offering innovative applications. This is another VC play into the smart contract industry, and they're going to have a lot of marketing this cycle. BitTensor is number two, a platform facilitating the development of open and global AI systems. My thoughts on this are they are hitting this on the head. There is going to be another AI boom, especially as we move towards services that are going to incorporate these new ChatGPT models. And of course, Sora, the new rendering model. Yes, you're going to be able to do text to video, which is going to change the entire landscape of Hollywood, video production, ad production. It is all going to change forever. Optimism number three, Helium. Helium is an interesting one. This is going to be a DePIN play. They're having their DePIN bets. Optimism, of course, you guys already know about, is one of the largest smart contract protocols out there. Number 5, this is newly added, but they brought in Celo, a mobile-first blockchain project transitioning to an Ethereum layer 2 network. UMA Protocol, an optimistic oracle. They're getting into the oracle market, providing services to Poly market. They're more than likely betting on UMA Protocol due to the recent development of Poly market, as it has gone absolutely parabolic in use case with the election bidding. There's so much bidding going on in the election cycle. It is huge. Now, here is their full list. So that was their top 6. But on this list, they also have Toncoin, Chainlink, Near, and Uniswap. We'll start with those 5. Okay, Toncoin, I think, is a very smart play. It is not only the largest network and platform for meme coin degeneracy, but they have proven themselves with things like Notcoin to be able to market to the retail masses. So while this next game is going to be institutional, I think that institutional interest is going to be driven to a lot of these platforms like Toncoin that have already provenly developed softwares and platforms like Telegram that have a huge revenue model. Solana, of course, number 3, we don't need to dive into too much, but Chainlink, this is going to be one of the biggest tokenization plays with their CCIP integrations and all the interoperability. I think Chainlink's going to be a number 1 institutional interest platform. Near Protocol, really cool AI play, I think, as well. I am more accumulating the likes of Render. I think Render has a lot more potential upside, but Near is, of course, a great play there. Then, of course, you have Sui and BitTensor, as mentioned. Bitcoin layer 2s, though, baby. Stacks. Let me know in the comments below if you got into Stacks when we first called this out at 46 cents. It is now sitting at over $2. One of the best performing altcoins in this market. And if you guys hold OrdiSwap or any of the other Bitcoin layer 2s, I only really hold, I believe, Ords and Stacks as big positions here. But as Bitcoin breaks past $70,000, Bitcoin is the only secure or token that is classified not a security at a mass scale. I mean, Gary Gensler is now even doubling down on these positions. So institutions are not already in the Bitcoin ecosystem, but as that tokenization effort comes into play, I believe they're going to be incorporating a lot of those profits into Bitcoin layer 2s and DeFi. So get ready for some big moves from that scene. Aave here for financials. Optimism again. Arweave is going to be a really cool DePIN infrastructure play if you guys are looking into data storage. Maker changing into Sky. I think MakerDAO, guys, is not MakerDAO, but Maker as a whole is a huge play. It's actually a sleeping giant here, and that's because they have a $1 billion fund going to these tokenized treasuries, and I think it's going to be a huge move. Which, by the way, guys, if you haven't already, you guys know the drill. Go to rwa.xyz. You can see the monumental increases on a weekly basis in the U.S. Treasury markets. I have been showing you guys this since it was at $100 million, below $100 million. So it's done over a 22x since I showed you guys this. Of course, the leading player here is going to be Ondo. We're beginning a deep dive into another video later this week. So make sure you guys smash that like button and turn on those notifications. I'm be breaking down the top projects that BlackRock and their BUIDL program are attaching themselves. There are multitudes of projects now that have entered this tokenized treasury scene, and you want to get ahead of the curve. So make sure you guys stick around and go check out that future video. But going back to the chart here, we of course have Helium. Going back to that DePIN service, we might get a bit of a bounce back in that market. I know a lot of you are into HNT. I never ended up actually jumping into it. I tried buying their miners, and they never ended up actually coming out to me. So I never got those node providers to set up at the house and kind of stayed away from it. But then you have Lido down here, Akash Network, and let's go, baby. Drum roll, Aerodrome. Yes, guys, the leading liquidity provider for Base. Also, one of its little brother, I guess, which technically its older brother, Velodrome. Huge liquidity providers to both Optimism and Base's ecosystem. Aerodrome is the project that we mentioned earlier today that Coinbase Venture bought the exact bottom of, and we expect to see some plenty of upside later in this market. Then you have Celo with a smart contract platform, again, going back to the Ethereum layer 2, and none other than UMA Protocol. I have to overall give this entire portfolio, since it's based off out of 20 products, we're going to rate it 1 out of 20. I would have to say that this is a truly strong platform, and I'd have to give it a B grade. So we're going to give it a 17.2 out of 20. There's a few products I would integrate into this myself. If you guys want to know what products that I'm holding on to or integrating, make sure you guys come join the Telegram link. And of course, if you guys want to know my portfolio, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and don't miss out on any of our future videos. But I definitely would like to see more tokenization plays in there and maybe a little bit of AI plays like Render a part of that portfolio. But again, this is a very strong, well-diverse portfolio. And you'll notice again, guys, they left out XRP. Also, Cardano is not on here. Polkadot's not on here. These are the products they believe are going to have some of the highest returns moving into the institutional bull run that we are in. Let me know in the comments, guys, what you would add to your portfolios, and I'll see you guys in the next video.